The people that are now accepted widely to have lied to us about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq to justify a war of slaughter of the innocent and all that's come from it are not only the same agencies, they are the same individuals that gave us the official story of 9/11. Let's not forget that. So what we're asked to believe is they lied about that to justify a war, but they told the entire truth about 9/11, which started the sequence that led to that war. I mean, hello.
Her capital is Baghdad, a name that conjures up all the romance of Harun al-Rashid and the Arabian Nights of 1,000 years ago, when this was the fabulous capital of the Islamic world. The tempo of an age-old way of life contrasts with the swifter rhythm of the new. The 20th century has come to Baghdad, with steel and concrete, with shining cars and wide streets. But the people of Iraq hold on to the best of their old traditions. In the bazaars, you can see and hear them carrying on the art and exquisite craftsmanship that has been their pride for hundreds of years. 2,000 years before Christ, the world's first code of justice was laid down in the halls of Babylon. Today, in Baghdad, a modern police force upholds the laws of a sovereign state. Today, the streets of the city are alive with the bustle of a young people who are taking back from the West the means to a brighter future. And in their enjoyment of sport, the same is true. And now, in the 20th century, the sport of kings has come into its own in Baghdad, and how the people love it. In Iraq, as in every land, the housewife's work is never done. For their husbands, the day's work over, there is time to sip a glass of tea and talk of what the future holds in store for them and their children. Today, the modern port of Basra is Iraq's waterway to the world. Ships laden with the goods of the new age sail out from the Persian Gulf to the Indian Ocean and the Far Orient. And the skies over Basra are thronged with the traffic of the air. And yet, within a few minutes flying time of Basra is a strangely different world. You're back in another age. Here, amid lakes and marshes, water has created a way of life all its own. A way of life well suited to these strange surroundings, and at the same time a living reminder of that remote past when men settled by these waters to found the first great cities known to man.
Baghdad tonight, under heavy bombardment on the day the war started. American and British troops are in action on land, sea and in the air. The massive ground assault is underway. The Americans warn it is just a taste of things to come. Dozens of cruise missiles fired at targets, including the homes of Saddam Hussein. More on the way. Here in Britain, America's B-52s primed for action. And the Prime Minister now confirms Britain's involvement.
Tonight, British servicemen and women are engaged from air, land and sea. Their mission? To remove Saddam Hussein from power and disarm Iraq of its weapons of mass destruction.
My name is Marwa al-Najjar. In 2003, I was 17 years old and lived in Baghdad.
I am Reg Keyes. I am the father of the late Lance Corporal Tom Keyes, who was killed in Iraq 4 days short of his 21st birthday.
To the run-up of the 2003 war, we were hearing all this information about the different types of bombs that are going to be launched on us, the different types of technology that's going to cause damage to our country. It was just so scary.
At the time, I believed my Prime Minister, Tony Blair, that Iraq had these dreadful weapons of mass destruction that were about to be unleashed upon the British people at any time. Indeed, he could deploy in 45 minutes.
At the start, when the Americans came in, some people were happy. But then that's totally changed straight away when they saw things are getting worse. They're not getting better. We have American flags hanging on palaces. I had once a laser gun on my chest because I was standing in my balcony. Someone in my house holding a gun towards me and saying, "This is freedom, this is democracy."
Conditions were dire. I remember him saying we did a biological weapon attack drill. He said, I put the rubber suit on. This is in stifling heat. These lads were training, fear for their lives, remember that they may well be attacked. When there wasn't actually no danger whatsoever from WMD. But as he put the face mask on, I recall him saying the rubber around the seal just crumbled.
During the invasion, we didn't go to school. School stopped. Everything stopped. Your whole life stopped. We had electricity during the war. I don't know why they waited till the end of the war and they bombed everything. They bombed the TV, they bombed electricity, they bombed telephone lines. Okay, if you've won the war, why are you bombing it and letting people start from zero?